guys, it's your girl, it's just Elizabeth, and I am here. Goodness, what should I say? I should say happy Thanksgiving, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. It's been so long. I think it's been a year since I've done a video, but we're here now, so it is what it is. But by the title, you can already tell what video I'm going to be doing today. So without further ado, let's hop into the video. All right, you guys, so it is January 13th, 2026. Oh my goodness. I hope you guys are doing great. I'm doing pretty good. I'm going to be updating you on my life and everything that has happened literally in the last year. So be prepared. I'm gonna try and not make it so long, but you know. Anyways, so update. I actually wrote it down. Wrote it down because I just didn't want to ramble, because I can do that a lot. But anyway, last year, let's go back last year. All that happened last year. Actually, not last year, but the year since my last video, which I think my last video was in 2024. So 2024, I quit my job at Ross because, baby, I was not getting paid enough. Baby, I was getting paid $13.25. And the 25 cents was because I had previous experience at working at Ross. So mind you, at this point, I am a college student making $13.25. Baby, no, it was just not working. So I even after I got promoted, and I put it in quotes because it was like I was promoted on paper, but like I didn't actually get to perform the duties of my promotion, because with this is what I was told. I was a stock associate, but I got promoted to be a second stock lead. So I would act as stock lead when the actual stock lead was not present. But when the stock lead was not present, they wouldn't allow me to work as stock lead, because if I worked as stock lead, then I would be getting paid what a stock lead gets paid, which is $14 an hour. They didn't want to pay me that. So I was just like, okay, whatever. I worked as a stock lead once, but I don't, baby, that's old news. Anyway, I left Ross. I was not getting paid enough, and literally it was just the pay. Pay is what really pushed me to leave. Otherwise, I loved working at Ross. I love the people I work with. It was a great environment. Like, it was the health of all the environments I've ever worked in. That's the healthiest. Everybody was very supportive of each other. Everybody was very helpful. We all helped each other. We all made sure things got done. And we were just an amazing stock team. Like, we were just, and it was like an all-girl stock team. All girls. Like, it was like an all-girl store. I think there was one guy who worked there. But like, we were just, it was amazing. But baby, literally, I had no money. At some point, my savings account went down to $200, and I was just like, I mean, we're gonna have to do something about this. So I decided to do what I thought I would never do in this lifetime, and that is get my CNA. Now, if you know me personally, before I got my CNA, you knew like the things that I said I'd rather do than work as a CNA. I take it back. I take it all back, because the mindset that I had towards what being a CNA was like, oh my gosh, those are people who just wipe people's butt all day. Like, they wipe poop. Literally, that's where my mind was when I was like, CNA, not for me. So I just could never have imagined myself doing that. But, you know, when times are tough, you know, it pushes you to do things you never thought you should. And mind you, I went into getting the CNA. I was like, listen, this is not what I want to do. I don't want to do this long term. So I'm not going to make it long term for me. This is just a stepping stone to help me get to my next position. Okay. And what was really pushing me was funds. I needed, okay. So I enrolled in a CNA course, and for me it was 2 weeks. It was a 2 week course. First week was all lessons. We would all do the learning. All the first week, second week was clinicals. So that first week was by far the longest because like we were in class from like 8 a.m. to 4. Me personally, I just don't have the attention. Like it's not that I don't enjoy learning. It's just that I can't be talked at for a long period of time before my brain is like, oh, okay, we're done here. Anyways. But anyway, 2 weeks went by. I took my exam, passed. I became a CNA. And the day I got my CNA, I kid you not, the day, no, not the day, yeah, the day I became a CNA that I passed my exam, I put my 2 weeks in at Ross. I was not playing with them folks because I was like, I didn't even have another job lined up. I didn't even have another job lined up. Mind you, we all know how the work market is. But I didn't have another job lined up because I knew for a fact that it's all gonna work out. Anyways, put my 2 weeks in. Before my 2 weeks was up, I had another job. Mind you, that job was paying me, the job that I got was paying me $17 an hour, 19 on weekends. My first ever CNA job ever. Like, I started working there, and I kid you not, like, my mind shifted. Like, actually being a CNA and working as a CNA like has altered the way my brain thinks of people who are in the healthcare field. Don't get me wrong, I had an appreciation for them before, but like now actually kind of like witnessing it for myself, I was like, oh my gosh, y'all, like like I've met people that have been doing CNA for 20 years and I was like 20 couldn't, me personally, it humbled me. I grew an appreciation for it. I love it. I love the people that I care for. I love the people that I got to meet through it. But it's definitely not something that I could do. Not because it's bad, not be like, definitely I don't think about it the same way I used to, but simply because it's not for me. It's not my calling. Although I say that, although the amount of people I have met working as a CNA who are genuinely shocked to hear that I am a business major and I'm not pursuing a nursing degree is honestly astronomical. Like, all the time are like, you should be a nurse. Like, you're not gonna be a nurse. I'm like, no. Like, no, not saying that I wouldn't be good at it, but it's just like I have no desire. I'd be good at it, but I just, it's not what I want to do. Anyway, so I've been working as a CNA for a year and some change now. So I worked at the facility for a year. I actually put my 2 weeks in December before Christmas. I put my 2 weeks in because a lot of stuff just happened at that facility. A lot of stuff happened. A lot of things just, that wasn't the same facility I started at, okay? They got bought by another facility, and it just, okay, it was just not the same place. I went PRN, and when I was PRN, I was barely picking up shifts, so I was like, why the heck am I still here? Like, I'm talking about, I went PRN June, beginning of June, and then from June all the way up until I quit. Well, I'm not going to count the month of June. Well, hold on. May. Yeah, I'm not going to count the month of June because I was not even in the States. But let's say from July all the way to when I put my 2 weeks in, which I in December, I had probably picked up or worked 2 shifts, 2 or 3. I can't even remember. And those 2 shifts were like, I think I worked 1 12 and one was like a 4-hour shift and one was 2 hours. I can't remember, but I didn't pick up no shifts because like already before I had left to go on my vacation, like I was already mentally, I was over that place. Like that place changed so much. Like it changed so much. And on top of it changing so much, like all the residents that I cared for, that I started there with, like all of them passed away. And I learned really quickly why they tell you in CNA, when you're going through the CNA classes, do not get attached to your resident. I learned very quickly, but it's so hard for me to not get attached to these folks because it's just like, it's so easy to love them. It's just like you're like the only one who's there with them all the time, and it's just so easy to love them because they're so lovable. And it's just like, I have a big heart. I have space in my heart for them, so I just gave them that space. And then when they died, it was like, oh my gosh, it hurt. Like, to this day, like, sometimes I'll find myself reminiscing on like some of them, and I'm just like, wow, I miss them. Like, I miss them. Like, I miss them. I miss the way they made me laugh. I miss seeing their face. I miss seeing their smile. But a lot of them passed away. A lot of things were changing in that facility. It was just like a lot happening, and there was not a lot of support for staff, and it was a mess. So I was just like, mentally, I didn't really care for that place anymore. And so I was mentally checked out, and so I ended up quitting. And mind you, I didn't quit without a job, okay? I ended up, thank goodness, through a connection with my aunt. Through my aunt, I was able to get some private clients, which is what I'm doing currently. So I've been working with private clients, which is so much better, like so much better, because one, I'm not breaking my back, but my back, Lord, working as my back down, my back. I have the back of a 90-year-old, okay? But you know, with clients, it's not like so physical. It's really, my private clients is not physical. They're amazing, and I appreciate all of them very much. And it's very flexible in my schedule, and it just works much better. I don't feel like I'm straining myself. So anyway, I've been working with my clients since May. Since my first client, I started working with them in May. I think my second might have been like September or something. And then I can't remember, but I don't remember. But I just know I started working with them all last year. Vacation. I went on vacation to Kenya. Was it June? What, did we leave in June? Yeah, we left in June. We left June 9th or June 8th and came back July 9th. We were there for a month. I went with my whole family. All 6 of us were in Kenya. Mind you, the last time I'd been in Kenya was 2015. So it had been a whole 10 years. Yeah. The last time they saw me, I was a baby. So this time I was a whole adult. So I was 11 years old. I was 11 years old, so I was 21. So like, it's like a lot changed, you know. I've grown, my brothers have grown, so we went back, got to see the family. And you know, a lot of my cousins that were there, I met them for the very first time because they were born while we were over here during that 10-year hiatus where we didn't see each other or whatever. So that was great. I got really close with one of my cousins. And to be honest, I feel like last year was a year of learning, and last year was like a eye-opener and like looking at things from different perspectives. But like last year, like our trip to Kenya definitely developed an appreciation for me and what I have. And it made me realize that I need to be more grateful for the opportunities that I'm given and for the doors that have been open for me and the positions that I have been put in. Because looking at my family, and this is not even to judge them or anything, but looking at the things that some of my extended family members had to do, or like my immediate family members, like the things they had to do to survive or like to provide for their families, like I was like, oh my gosh, like I would like, the only reason I would do the things that they do is out of need. And that's exactly the position that they're in, is they're doing it out of need. And so it just definitely made me appreciate the fact that, you know, God has allowed my family to come to the United States, and I should take every opportunity that I'm granted here and take it and run with it, because I know I have a lot of family that would love to be able to come here. So that's definitely something I learned. I was not appreciative before, but like I was like an ignorant appreciative. Like I didn't really, you know, like realize like the magnitude of how blessed I am. So that was that on July 9th. And then fast forward to the end of October. And at the beginning of last year, I told God, Lord, you know, my finances was looking a little rough at the beginning of last year. And I remember telling God, I was like, God, I don't know how it's going to happen. I don't know how, you know, I don't know how. But all I know is I'm going to end this year with a new car, because I very much believe in speaking things over your life, even when it looks impossible, even when it looks like it's not going to happen. Because one thing with God is he going to make it happen. And so I remember I said, like, all I know is I'm leaving 2025 with a new car. And so I got a new car in October. I can't even remember the date, to be honest. I'm pretty sure it was a Thursday or Friday or Saturday. It was a Thursday. It was a Thursday. I got a new car on a Thursday, and it was the end of October. I can't remember what date, but I know it was the end of October. It was a Thursday, and it not brand new, like off the lot. I'm talking about it's used, because the model that I wanted, I didn't want brand new off the lot because I think they're ugly. It has to be reliable. It can't look a dang mess. I like the interior, and I also have to like the exterior. So it was just like, yeah. And I wanted a Honda Accord Sport. No, not Civic. No, Civic is not my cup of tea. But I wanted a Honda Accord Sport, and the only one I liked, like the models that I liked, was from 2018 to 2022. The Honda Accord Sports that came out in between that, those are the only ones I like. I just like the way they look. They have like a more aggressive look than the newer 2024, 2025. They look soft to me. And then while I was doing some research on these vehicles, I found out that the Honda Accord Sport does not come with a sunroof. And I say this because while I was in the process of getting my new vehicle, I was telling myself it doesn't make sense for me to get a new vehicle that doesn't have all the luxuries that my current vehicle at the time had. Mind you, the vehicle that I had was a 2000 Honda Accord, and it had a sunroof, it had leather seats, it had a screen with Bluetooth. The previous owners put that in, and they took really good care of that car. So, it had a sunroof, it had leather seats, it had the Bluetooth, whatever. And so I'm like, okay, if I get a new car, it better have all these qualities plus some, because it doesn't make sense for me to get a car and it doesn't have Bluetooth, and it doesn't have a sunroof, or it doesn't have leather seats. Like, it's just like, that's just how my mindset was. And so when I found out that a Honda Accord Sports don't have sunroofs, I was like, ugh. I was having a very hard time like settling on that. Like, it was really eating at me. I'm like, dang, I really can't give this up. And so anyway, I ended up doing a little more research, and I found out that the sports that do have sunroofs are the 2.0 T's, the 2.0 turbos, and I was like, bet. And so basically I hit up the guy who looks for vehicles for my family, and I was like, listen, I need a new car. I need it to be 2018. I wanted a 2018 Honda Accord Sport 2.0 T. Two colors I was like crossing my fingers and hoping for was either it's black or it's white. Those are the two colors I really wanted. I don't know, I was really set on having it black. But anyways, long story short, he ended up finding me my car, and it was a 2018 Honda Accord Sport 2.0 T, and it was in the color white. But anyway, came with tinted windows, came with a sunroof, came with Bluetooth, and so many perks. Like, I will insert picture here, insert picture there. That is her. But yeah, I love her. So I got a new car, and honestly, to this day, I've had her for going on 3 months. Yeah, going on 3 months, and it still like hasn't hit me like fully, like, dang, I have a new car. Like, it hits me in like small moments. Like, small moments, I'll just be driving, I'll be like, damn, this is my car. Like, wow, this is my car. I think that catches you guys up pretty much. But yeah, it is currently 2026. So I start school next week. My birthday is in 13 days. It's on January 26th. It's gonna be on a Monday. Yeah, I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do. Well, I'll keep the tradition that I started when I was 18. It's not gonna be forever, but I'm probably gonna get new piercings. That's what else I need to talk about. I've gotten new piercings last year, my birthday, when I turned 21. I went and got my double helix on this ear, on my left ear. I got my double helix, and then around summertime, my date in my left ear ended up rejecting. And honestly, good riddance. Like, that was the longest 3 years of my life with that date. Like, it just was like, she was not a happy camper. She didn't like it here, and she made it known. And so for my birthday, this in 13 days, I need something on the inside. I just need the space on the inside of my ear, like, occupied with something. And so I'm thinking of doing a double conch. I'm gonna do a double conch, and then, yeah, all the plans I have for this year is double conch, a hidden helix up here. I might do a tragus. I'm still not sure. Like, you know, that's a thick piece of cartilage, and the dates traumatized me, so I'll have to see. I might not even have the anatomy, so whatever. But yeah, I'm gonna probably do the double conch. Also, last year in October, the week that I got my car, on Tuesday, it was a Tuesday, I ended up getting my double helix on my right ear. And these double helixes low-key have been giving me more trouble than these ones did. Like, these ones are all healed up. Well, they're not all healed up. I would say they're like 95% healed. These ones, like, like, they tender, okay? They tender. They real tender. And then I ended up piercing my fourths on this ear. I was gonna pierce it on my fourth on this ear. It went wrong. But anyway, I did my fourths on this ear. My plans for this year, I think I only have like one more. Maybe I might want to do like a forward helix, or like a flat, or like a anti-tragus, but I'm not sure. I'll figure that out. But I definitely want to be done with piercings because I'm just so over the healing process. Anyways, that is all I have to share. That is all I have to catch you up on. If I missed anything, I'll be sure to mention it in my next video. Anyways, love you guys. Much love. Let's all for this video. So thank you for tuning in. I hope everybody has a wonderful year. I pray that your year is filled with nothing but blessings and answered prayers and joy and laughter and memories. And I'm praying that for myself and for you guys. Otherwise, peace.